Hello everyone, we got some brand new first time look at Amon inside of Borderlands 4. Now this was all streamed over on Billibilli as part of Billibilli World, I believe, a big convention over in China. So a lot of this stuff has been Google translated, so it's not going to be 100% accurate, but you know, it's going to give us a way better understanding of Amon than what we had so far, which I believe is one Game Informer article of a journalist vaguely describing things. Plus, there has been a couple of Billibilli streamers who have also played Amon. There are going to be clips of the gameplay around as well. I don't think we have a full list of every ability, and I'm sure we're going to get more Amon details in the coming weeks as well. Without further ado, let's start talking about it. I believe this is his red tree ability, which is going to be Harsh Furnace, where Amon will equip a forged axe which can be thrown and picked up from the ground in return for a cooldown time. So when you activate your action skill, you have the choice between throwing out the fire axe or the ice axe. We saw this in a very early trailer, and enemies damaged by the forged axe will be in a ready state for a period of time. I believe this means knocked or stunned state maybe. When they die or are damaged by the forging skill, they will explode, causing damage to nearby enemies. This is very similar to how hammers work on Titan in Destiny 2, but if you throw your throwing hammer, they will explode and then you can pick up the hammer again. See, you can see the axe damage, the detonation damage, but you get 50% cooldown reduction if you go and pick up the axe again. So this would be a very spammable ability. Next up is going to be Onslaught, which again I think is probably going to have a different name in English. Oh no, this is his red tree. Okay, this must be his blue tree. Okay, sorry, my apology. No, this is green tree. If I look at the image up here, this is green tree, obviously. So this is going to be red tree, which is going to be Amon overloads his forged iron fist, gaining continuous shield regeneration, bonus firearm burn damage, and increased movement speed. Press the button or to launch Rocket Fist, dashing forward to the target enemy and dealing burning melee damage in a close range cone, staggering the enemy. From what this sounds like to me is something similar to Doomfist, where I believe you can hold it. Sounds like you can hold it to get the increased shield regen and firearm burn damage and movement speed, and then let go to punch forwards, dashing forwards and dealing a big melee hit with a bunch of burn damage. Maybe you can't hold it. Maybe these are just passives. I'm not entirely sure. It's kind of hard to read in. This is all translations. Next up, we got the blue tree here, which is called Whipping, which I'm sure is going to get changed. The subclass will be equipped with a Forging Sense card, which I believe is a shield. I believe that's a bad translation of the word shield. To absorb all frontal damage, and it convert into Vengeance. When the Vengeance Wrath offering is full, the Forged Shield will provide damage reduction. If Vengeance Wrath is not obtained within a period of time, it will be quickly consumed. Press the circle key to launch a Forged Wave, dealing freezing damage to enemies that pass through. With this action skill, you can get a shield, and you're going to be able to throw the shield, I think, and everyone it hits, it freezes. And also you get a whip alongside that, which you can flail, I think. This is very hard to describe, but this is a shield and a whip, basically, is your action skill. And you'll be able to absorb damage with the shield, and the more you absorb with the shield, the more damage you can be able to deal back, basically. Now, there are a couple of other random skills here that have been translated for us. We've got Raging Fire. This is on the green tree. This is on the axe tree, which says active skill damage has a chance to critically hit and burn enemies. So this is just going to give you a bit of extra action skill damage if you're using the axes. We got Bellows here. When Amon activates the Forging skill, his skill damage will increase for a period of time. So once you activate your action skill, again, this is on the green tree, so after you throw out your axes, you can have a bit of action skill and increased damage. Looks like. Alright, cool. Another green tree increases Amon's electric damage, so this is just increased shock damage across Amon again, because none of his trees here have action skills are shock based. You need some shock damage, you can spec into this. Vital Organs, killing skill. Amon gains gun critical hit rate for a period of damage. Looks like once you get a kill, you get increased critical hit chance, probably on your body shots, I assume. Twin Rages, Tempered Firelands now spawn an additional Axesmith drone that deals frost melee damage. This is kind of crazy. I'm not sure. So the axe is made up out of drones, I think. So I guess we'd have to see this in action to really see what this means. But it sounds like if you throw the fire axe, you can still deal a bit of melee damage, frost damage inside of that, I think. Cerebral symbolism operation? Something? When Amon is reloading, his gun will gain bonus shock damage for a short period, so you can stack in some extra gun damage into your shock, and obviously that synergizes well with the other one earlier with increased shock damage. We got destroy the bionic body. Amon's forging skill damage, I believe this is just action skill damage, and detonation damage. So if you're throwing the axes, you can just increase the damage of the axes a shit ton with that. I've got tempering fire, forging drone skill. When Amon activates his action skill, he spawns a tomahawk action drone that will attack nearby enemies for a period of time, causing burning melee damage. Oh, okay, so I assume this is going to be somewhat like Zane's strengths. So if you throw out the axe, you spawn a tomahawk drone that will burn enemies. Okay, if tempering fire is activated, hitting the action skill will restore the duration of all. Okay, so you can refresh it. So if your drone's out and if you activate your action skill again, you'll be able to refresh the uptime on your drone. So you can probably build a drone kind of build. We got endless war. Each layer of ready to fire increases the firearm damage taken. If Amon detonates an enemy in preparation, new attacks will be created, which will automatically search for nearby enemies. Okay, so this is like a ricochet, I think. So if you throw the axe at an enemy and they explode, it will fire off another axe to a nearby enemy, I think. We got axe and stone. Detonating the flame will restore active skill cooldown time. Detonating the frozen axe will restore the cannon's cooldown. What's the cannon? I'm not entirely sure about that. But it looks like if you get a kill with your axe, you can get an instant refresh, or you can get increased cooldown time if you get a kill. Before the storm, killing skill that increases the elemental damage caused by Amon for a period of time, so you can just up all elemental damage. Now we've got cast iron, improves Amon's action skill cooldown rate and gun control. So I believe this would be handling, like stability, and then your cooldown rate you can pile down even more. So you can really spec into like the just throwing his like axe only build with the drones up to, looks like it's gonna be something that's gonna be really viable. Increase reload speed. This is pretty easy, but your reload speed will go even further if you get a kill with the axes. You can get really high reload speed up on that. Scorched Earth, Cryosis. So we're on the blue tree now. Increase the damage and magazine capacity of Amon's guns. I believe that's Amon. Assume it. Bad translation. So you can get increased gun damage and mag size whilst you're on this tree, which sounds really useful. We've got Nature's Wrath, also on blue tree. Improves Amon's status effect application rate and freezing efficiency. Higher chance to apply statuses and bonus cryo rate. So I believe that it'll slow them down more and more. And that is all the ones we've got here. And again, this was Amit Kilo on Reddit who grabbed these screenshots and threw them through Translate. So let me know how you're feeling about Amon. He seems kind of interesting. I'm still thinking probably Vex or Hollow. I gotta see Hollow a bit more, obviously. Kind of brawly style isn't my preferred way to play games. If there's a game with a mage, I pick the mage, okay? It's cool that we're finally getting some looks at Amon, and hopefully we get Hollow to follow and some more stuff straight from Gearbox would be great too, so we can get some more accurate descriptions of these skills and hopefully order them. And let me know who you're going to be picking at the start of when Borderlands 4 comes out. Have a nice one. Bye.